Hey everybody, listen, y'all know what it is. It's Tuesday, and I get to say this. Happy New Year, happy 2022. It's your girl Kelly. You're right here tuned into Casual Convo. And listen, all jokes aside, today is going to be absolutely amazing. I have an absolutely beautiful guest, Miss Tammy Reese, that I cannot wait for you guys to actually get to know and get to meet and everything else. But you know I wouldn't be me if I didn't start this out the way I always would. We got to give thanks and prayer, give thanks to God for the opportunity to be on here. So, God, we thank you for allowing us this opportunity. We thank you for allowing us to keep 2022 and continue to allow casual convo right here on f2bradio.net to continue to grow. Listen, this young lady is beyond the means of one that wears so many hats. When you guys find out everything that she's doing, you're going to be shocked. So today, we are going to be joined with, like I said, Miss Tammy Reese, talking all things journalism and a little bit of public relations. But with her resume, it may be more included. So I'm excited for everybody to finally meet her. Let's go ahead and welcome Miss Tammy Reese.
Hey, Kelly, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. You look absolutely amazing.
Oh, thank you, and so do you, sis. It's so good to be in your presence. Your energy is everything. I'm so honored to get interviewed by you.
Thank you so much. Well, I definitely want to welcome you to Casual Convo, where we keep it casual, just a little conversation so people could get to know you, but not putting too much stress on you,
I love it. I'm so here for it. I know I came a little extra.
You came how you come, you a girl, and I couldn't imagine you being any other way. So definitely, I would love for you to let all of our viewers and our listeners know a little bit about who is Miss Tammy Reese.
Yes, and thank you so much for the opportunity, and definitely praise to God to be here with you in this presence, and especially embracing this new year, this new energy. Hi, everyone. I'm Tammy Reese. I'm the owner and founder of Visionary Minds, Public Relations and Media. I exude, live, and breathe everything entertainment, media. I'm a writer, I'm an actress, a director, a journalist, a publicist. I'm the co-host of New York Women Film and Television podcast. I'm the editor-in-chief of Franchise Magazine and also the publisher of Biz Boost Magazine. On the journalism side, I do a lot. I write for tons of media publications. I can give you a whole list from Culture Focus Magazine, Heart of Hollywood Magazine, We Empower Magazine, Hustle and Soul Magazine, Our Black Women Magazine, Our Black Men Magazine. I mean, it goes on and on and on. But I really love journalism. I started my career as an actress here in upstate New York. I was in a company called the Media Unit for 8 years, and we performed over 60 live stage shows a year, as well as produced a weekly television show out of our public access station here in upstate New York. Went to college, got my degree in media studies, eventually started getting into filmmaking, producing, writing commercials, public service announcements on social issues like bullying, HIV, domestic violence, racism, the list goes on. But right now, especially during the pandemic in the last few years, I've excelled in the digital media space, and I've interviewed tons of people, and I really love interviewing. It's just my passion. And Kelly here is a huge inspiration to me in the journalism world. I'm her biggest fan, y'all.
Listen, you can't be having me blushing when I'm sitting up here interviewing you.
It's true.
Y'all, she already trying to turn this whole thing around.
I tell you all the time. I'm your biggest fan.
You do, and I completely and totally appreciate you. I literally don't look at myself like that, but I am grateful to hear that because sometimes we don't know it. We just kind of like feel like we're doing it. People take it and they go, But, ma'am, you just ran off a list.
Came with
mean,
the
this
heat.
list is crazy. But and you've seen many of questions that I've asked so many people, and speaking to you now, you'll kind of understand why. Growing up, did you always have this desire to, be in a journalism world, be in the publicity world, to become an author? Like, were these things that, you were like, hey, I want to do this when I grow up? Or was it something different?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, actually, I knew I wanted to be an actress, and being in a theater company for 8 years, I really loved it. Stage performance was the root of my career. Traveling 60 live stage shows a year, starting at age 12 for 8 years. That was my whole youth, my teenage life, performing.
Now, how did
And
you get into that?
Oh yes, the company, the media unit, it ended in 2019, but it was around for 42 years before it dismantled 2019 when the producer Walt Shepard retired. I went to an audition. My mom told me about this great theater company here that does stage plays on social issues. And they produce a weekly television show. I'm like, I'm young. I don't know if I could fit in. I went and auditioned and I got it, signed a contract. At 12, it was like an internship, apprentice to learn and shadow. By the time I got 14, I was able to get paid in the summer. And then as I got 16, I was getting paid yearly to perform. And not only was I performing, we're getting acting training, was learning how to be a writer, write monologues, write scripts, learn how to direct a TV show, run a camera, the graphic design, write a TV script, getting all this in front and behind the scenes experience at such a young age. I hosted and directed a live TV show as a teenager. And this is before the social media era. We're in like an analog equipment, and it was a whole different time then, totally different time. Then I end up going to college for media studies and turning out a radio show. And I've I love journalism, even though my first love was acting and always was a writer. I fell in love with media studies. Fast forward, now, like a few years back, I fell in love with PR from a friend, Eric Vorweller, who's a great publicist in the industry. He was like, wow, you're always interviewing people, you write, you love to share stories, you're a storyteller. Won't you think about public relations? And I thought to myself, wow, my mom always told me to be selfless with my gifts. I'm already doing that with media, interviewing people. How about I have clients and get the media publications, especially small business owners, up and coming talents, people making social impact who may not have the resources or the connections to be in a magazine or on a podcast or a blog. They can go through me. I can help them boost their brand awareness, maybe social media presence, get more clients, more gigs. It's really fulfilling. I love it. I really do. I really do. But Kelly, I'm on this earth to be a storyteller. I really am. In so
Now,
many
listen,
ways.
with everything that do in regards to writing, they always have a misconception. I want to see if it's true. At some point, did you actually write poetry?
Oh yes, 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 yes. When I was in elementary school, oh my gosh, it was a performance arts through like the JFK Kennedy Center Comstock Writers program, and I won. Probably like a fifth grade, won a certificate. They give you a pat on your back, like keep writing, we believe in you. And then,
Right.
ironically, in sixth grade, I was asked to host our like weekly, daily announcements, like tell what the lunches, what after school programs are. It's like,
They
I
like,
just
we want her
always,
voice.
I was just always in this life somehow, some way.
But that literally sounds like something that fits you. I mean, for people that don't know you, that are actually learning more about you now, listen, from me first meeting you, it was like, yep, this is the one.
I feel that way
He's
about you.
on
I
top of
receive
all
it.
of this. So, okay, I know you said acting was always your first love. Now you're into more of the journalism and public relations and so many other things. If you actually had to go back, or the opportunity to redo current time acting and still handle everything else you're doing, do you think you would do it?
That's a really great question and very hard to answer, because during that time of my life, you couldn't tell me I was going to do anything else other than acting, because I exuded the stage. I knew everyone's lines for a half hour show. I was writing the monologues, helping writing the scripts. I was even helping with set designs or costume designing, even lighting. Like I knew everything about theater. That was like my whole world was theater. And fast forward, some of my acting friends from the past who are equity actors, they couldn't even fathom how did I switch to journalism and even excel at it, because they knew how I loved acting, how great I was. I won tons of awards in upstate New York for acting. It was just something I felt I've accomplished, and I wanted to transition to do something else that I knew I could also do. Now I miss acting a whole lot. I miss filmmaking a whole lot. That's always a hat that's placed on the shelf for now that I can always go back to and do, which I want to eventually. I miss it so much.
Oh gosh, listen, for everybody that just heard that, keep your eye out for when you got those on screens, them credits that say Tammy Reese and she's in the acting role.
Not only have I acted on stage, I've acted in indie films here in my region. Films. Also, not only with the media unit company, there's also another theater here called Red House Theater. I was an ensemble with the color purple with Dream Girls as well. Dream Girls, we were nominated for like best ensemble at the Syracuse Area Live Theater Awards. It was in 2016. That was like huge for our region here. I get the itch sometimes. I'm like, oh my God, I miss it. Even during the pandemic, I did a virtual acting in Raising the Sun, playing the mother character. And that was like, oh my gosh, I haven't done this in so long. And people was like, oh my gosh, you're acting on Zoom and you're crying and your facial emotions and you're into it. I'm like, because I take this serious. I'm a trained actress. But a lot of people don't know that, who met me during the pandemic and knew me as a publicist and journalist.
And I think that's one thing, especially pertaining to, when you're a journalist, when you're a publicist. It's bad enough that a lot of people say journalists don't need to be publicists, or a publicist shouldn't try to be a journalist. Putting this out on fact, we can do both.
Yes,
we can do them all. You'll be surprised.
Definitely be surprised. And I'm glad that you mentioned that point, Kelly, because a lot of people cannot handle both, and that's okay. And some people may look like, how do y'all do that? Listen, Oprah, she's a talk show host, a director, she owns a network, she's a businesswoman, magazine, the list goes on. If she can do it, why can't everybody else wear multiple hats?
This is so very true. Now I know you actually opened your own PR firm, which is visionary. I absolutely love it. If you guys have not seen her logo, oh my gosh, it is gorgeous. So different, but still so unique, and I love it. But at what point did you say, all right, I'm actually gonna take this to open my own in your PR field, or when you decided to transition it into actually becoming a professional publicist?
Yeah, so
people don't understand the professional publicist, but what did you start that with, and then how did you say, okay, from here I'm going to open my own? Did you start as an intern or?
Absolutely. Now I have over 20 years in entertainment and media. As for public relations side, back in 2016, I started the brand Visionary Minds just as a Facebook page to promote people who are doing visionary work from different types of fields. And it also was a networking way for them to connect with each other, grow, build, things like that. 2017, I got my DBA. I said, listen, what can I really do with this? And I was telling you about my PR friend who was encouraging me to go into public relations. First, I wanted to transition Visionary Minds to a TV show because I already had the experience with the media unit, producing, directing, hosting TV. So I did 4 Visionary Minds TV shows under my own brand, hosting Inspirational Women of Syracuse, Inspirational Black Men of Syracuse, Survivors, where I had like an Oprah moment given. My mom, God bless her soul, she is blind. I interviewed her, someone with HIV, someone with PTSD, just showing them that they can persevere through anything. So it went from a Facebook page to a TV show and then into an actual company where I started providing copywriting services to write press releases, bios, promote brands and individuals on social media, as well as book them publicity in the media. And I just got the hang of it. It's hard at times. A lot of people don't understand or trust the process. If you're new and not heard, you can't come to me and say, book me in Essence tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
a process.
I've actually had those questions, just throwing it out there. Hey, I know I just signed with you today. I'm brand new to the industry, but I want to be on, like what is the like the top person for entertainment. We got to get your name though. You can't just come in and be like, hey, I deserve. It's nothing wrong with having your mindset and saying,
Exactly.
this is my goal, but not
Exactly.
not coming in through the door, and it hasn't even been 2 days.
Exactly. And a publicist can't discourage their client and say, no, you ain't never going to be on it because nobody know you. It's just to remind them to trust the process and know that this media outlet wants you. This is great for you to get your name out there. You got to keep that buzz going. And then eventually the media publications will get higher and higher, and you go from there. Public relations is definitely a hard industry, and you got to be strong. It's definitely not for
The
faint
weekend.
at heart.
Not at all.
Not at all.
I think I had to take a moment.
Tabusa, I think we had that same moment,
We had this conversation off air. We've had this conversation on the phone, text message.
especially when you're a journalist and a publicist, you're constantly getting pitches to interview other people. And then you're constantly pitching your clients to be interviewed. So it's like, I can see people understand why we do it, but we are strong people. We are strong people.
Usually when you have that same email and it's like, wait, is this your client? Wait, weren't you just no. That was for somebody else. This is my client. Disregard all of that. If it don't say, just forget it. That's the pitch.
And that's why I love how a lot of people who are journalists and publicists work together, because we are greater together.
Thank you guys so much.
It helps us help each other. Because if this journalist writes for this media publication and I write for this, why don't we promote each other clients? It's a win-win situation. Now if the client, if it's a doctor and it's only for entertainment, of course, obviously doctors can't be in that publication or something, but but it's a lot of people starting to work together, because we have to break the cycle of I'm better than you, or it's cutthroat, cop blocking, because the industry is already so hard to stay in,
especially for us as women and Black women at that. We have a major issue with some things as it is. I definitely know that you mentioned that, Visionary started out as a Facebook page, and that was, something I wanted people to kind of see so that they can get an idea of one, where you are, how they can find you, and just to see what your Facebook page actually looks like. So if we can pull that up, this right
yes.
here. That is
Instagram as well, Twitter, LinkedIn.
Yes, definitely. Understand that logo by itself.
Shout out to my brother-in-law. His name is Sean Collins. My brother-in-law, he's a graphic designer. He did that. Shout out to Sean.
It's always great to have those in-house graphic designers. I know I am blessed to have one myself, as for Kasual Konvo and my other brands, which is Brando Pro or Brando Production. So yes, thank you guys for being able to keep us connected. Look at this. You are always, girl, look at you. Now look, I know you also mentioned that you're an author.
So, yes. Well, co-author, but author still the same. I recently did my second book anthology, which is a group of women writing in books. The first one was called She Wouldn't Let Me Fall. I dedicated my chapter, it was called Mother and Daughter Conquer Depression Together. Way before my mom passed, she and I both were diagnosed with anxiety, depression, for separate things she and I went through. And me and her went through counseling together, and it made us stronger and closer. And I dedicated my chapter in the book to her. Also, recently, shout out to Dr. PM Gurley. There's a social change book, and my chapter is about the foundation of friendships. 36 years old. It took me honestly till I turned 34 to really know who my tribe was. And it just grew now as 36. A lot of people don't know how to be a friend. They don't know how to express how they want what they want in a friend. And a lot of us made mistakes in our friendships and had to own up to it. A lot of us been hurt by people we called our friends. And some people are so tight that they became more than friends, like a sister tribe, family. And like you and I, sis. And so yes, my chapter is called The Foundation of Friendship. But yes, I'm a co-author. So 2 books under my belt. Thank you for asking.
Listen, that right there is empowerment in itself because so many people, one, definitely they don't know their tribe. It's glad that you actually found who your true tribe is at 36. I think I have just found at 42, maybe between 40 and 42. I can say I've kind of said this is my tribe. So I get it. That's
All right,
that's
42 weird.
36 where? Quit
No, it's
playing.
hard. It's hard because, I still have sandbox friends who I'm really close with. Some of our kids, our parents are each other kids' godparents. That's how close we were. But sometimes them sandbox friends aren't supposed to come with you in adulthood. And sometimes it hurts. It's like losing a loved one to death or a breakup. When you lose a friend, it's a grieving process. People that you called your dearest friends and you witness betrayal and miscommunication that can't be worked out. And you just wish them well. There's no need to blast on my social media or tell our business, stuff like that. You just move on and bow gracefully and wish them well and a peaceful life.
Listen, it's that key word that you just said, which is be able to bow out gracefully. And I think that goes for some of everything. That doesn't just go for friendships or relationships, on the personal side, but that goes for business too. Sometimes you got to be able to bow out gracefully when it comes to business and just being able to say, I did my best. I've served my time, and now it's time for me to move on to my next chapter. And
Period. I've been there, done that too. Professional emails, professional calls. Thank you for your time, the opportunity. It's time for the next chapter. No love lost because I try not to burn bridges, even if it didn't work out well.
it's no point, I'll allow somebody else to burn a bridge before I do that. Like,
Amen.
that's what you need to do.
Amen.
Now, being a publicist and you've dealt with, of course, the entertainment industry, can you tell us a little bit or about some of the clients that you worked with? I mean, I know a few people that you work with, but can you tell so kind of people like, hey, I know who that is, or I get which area this is.
Oh,
Confusion of what people mean when they say they're an entertainment publicist or a publicist in anything. Even though we say entertainment, we know there are still different areas within entertainment, just like lifestyle, etc.
absolutely. Primarily entertainment, though I have worked with tons of entrepreneurs, people who are social activists, people who are thriving in the tech industry, media industry as well. I'm doing PR for Tori Williams, who's on the VH1 TV show My Celebrity Dream Wedding. I just was added on to help the Viacom press team to run her press junkets and media placements and off to an amazing start, getting tons of press already. This is a huge honor. The show premiered on VH1 last night. That is just so phenomenal to have this experience and on my resume and be working alongside VH1 behind the scenes doing PR. That's like a dream come true. Something that I'm really proud of is Independent Filmmaker Day for 3 years. Last year was actually my last year of a contract. It's a yearly event that runs alongside major film festivals like Sundance or Tribeca or Cannes, and they bring celebrities and renowned directors in to run panels to teach the indie filmmakers or up and coming writers or up and coming actors just about the entertainment industry. And I left them with over like 100,000 followers or even more. Probably, last time I checked was right like 800,000. I'm sorry, I'm undermining myself. Um, but I got them so much press and Ice-T was on the piano before. So me Graham King, who he's currently producing the Michael Jackson biopic. He's produced the Queen Bohemian Rhapsody biopic. It was amazing people on these pianos, celebrities and renowned directors. That's a real great PR client that I had.
Wait, hold that thought. Hold that thought. Listen, I don't want you guys to miss anything that she is saying because her list is ridiculous. And I know I want to keep finding out more about who she's worked with, especially these biopics. Girl, those are amazing. But we are going to take a really, really quick break. You know what I'm saying? Get into a little bit of tunes and make sure everything is good with that. But no, seriously, I want you guys to stay with us. Any questions that you guys have, please be sure to go ahead and send them in. But right now, we are about to get a little jam on real quick with You Know by Evan and Eris. We'll be right back. Kasual Konvo.
Step by step, but I'm on a different pace. You won't see me on the ground, cause I'm walking on the waves. I don't ever look down, down, down. I'm just focused on his face. I don't gotta know it all, that's a different type of faith. Hold up, I know you gon' show up every time. When I'm good, when I'm bad, when I'm low, when I'm high, yeah. When I'm lost, look to God, he my guide, yeah. Haters talk, let them talk, no reply, yeah. Wait. I find strength inside my weakness. My strength, yeah. Expectations, you exceed them. Do my best, you supersede it. I'm complete cause you preceded me. Da, 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 yeah, you know it. Da, 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 yeah, you know it. Yeah, you know it. Yeah, you know it. Da, 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 yeah, you know it. Watch it all pan out, cause I know that you know, covered in this life until forever. I don't got it all planned out, but you know, I just watch it all pan out, cause I know that you know, covered in this life until forever.
Yes. Okay. So you guys, that was You Know by Evan and Eris. Listen, I don't know how you guys need to do it, download it, upload it, but y'all need to get that. I was over here getting my jam on. Listen, all right. I want us to welcome Miss Tammy back to the show, and I gotta get your input. What was your thoughts on You Know? Because you know.
Listen, if you don't know, you better know. Okay, I was loving it. I was back jamming too. Like, yes, it's the first time I heard that song. I love it. That's the first time I
Yes.
heard it.
Listen. Oh my gosh.
So dope.
Put that. We got to put that on rotation on my
Put that
phone.
my ringtone.
Listen, you already
I like it.
because you know.
Put down Bookie ringtone. No.
Oh gosh. And just like that. Look, I want to definitely have you finish letting everybody know about, some of the clients that you work with. You definitely mentioned working with VH1, which is major. VH1 in
Yes,
itself is
I give all praise to God for all the blessings, things I spoke in fruition, major networks I work with in the past year alone, working with Stars, BT, TV One, Lifetime,
yes.
just amazing. Covering the Oscars, Tribeca Film Festival, Black Media Honors, Black Music Honors, Urban One Honors, interviewing people that I grew up admiring, to Nelly, to Gina Davis. The list goes on. I can just leave a whole list, but I'm just highly blessed and favored to be in the industry. I truly love everything media, entertainment, PR, and I'm here to stay.
Listen, honors. We gonna jump into that. So I'm looking at your bio again, and you've hit some serious awards. 2020, the Sheen Magazine award. They listed you as Woman in Multimedia on the Rise. Come on now.
An award, but it was a mention. They did an article on me. The Amazing Sheen magazine, which you are a part of. That I just love Sheen. Everyone loves Sheen. But they listed me as a Woman in Multimedia on the Rise back in 2020, and it was so amazing. And it felt like just affirmation because I lost my mom in 2020, and I was in a dark place, and I knew I still loved journalism, but I almost like wanted to take a long break for a long time. And that moment was true affirmation that, girl, you're on the right track. Your mama wants you to keep going, girl. You better keep going, doing what you love. So I'm doing it.
It's something about getting those additional confirmations when you need them the most. Okay. Mr. Brandon Snow says you're a beast.
Well, thank you. I humbly received that. Thank you.
Listen, I mean, yeah, it's definitely something when you're receiving the affirmations and the acknowledgments, especially when they come right when you need them. So that is huge. I know I've seen you definitely listed in Sheen as far as one of the, if I'm not mistaken, it was for one of the top publicists or
yes, that too. Yes, I was honored. I'm like, oh my gosh, because some of the people listed I feel are the GOAT in this industry. I'm like, oh my gosh, me? Thank you. I tried.
I'll be honest. I saw that it was like, that's my girl. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. But you've been recognized in so many different publications. I mean, for so many different things between your journalism and between, being a publicist, and just your journey is amazing.
Something I want to get talking about again is Black women and mental health. Being someone who has been diagnosed with mental health, someone who's diagnosed with anxiety, depression, PTSD. I watched my mom pass away. Anyone who went through that, you're human. You're going to go through a traumatic experience. And someone who's looked at as a public figure or someone who's in the industry, people may be ashamed or try to mask the things they go through behind closed doors. I'm an avid speaker of, you may see the accolades, but please be more prouder of the push through. People never know what someone's going through or going behind closed doors. And I'm just a professional to do what I love. But I'm human. I go through things. I went through therapy. I have great coping skills. I have a great tribe, great support system. But I'm a Black woman who was diagnosed with mental health issues, and it's
Now I have
something
a
that it needs to
question.
be brought aware of.
Right. A question for that. Of course I was gonna actually circle back to it, but the question that would fit, especially with everything that you're doing pertaining to the PR, pertaining to the journalism, being an author, etc. Is this kind of like your motivation for, starting something geared specifically for that within your agency, or
More
have you
so,
prepared something for it?
as you was mentioning, I've been in tons of publications talking about my
Of
work.
course.
I was tying it to more interviews that I do going forward. I wanted to make sure I talk about that side of me more so than just not just accomplishments. So they're huge, and I'm glad that people are proud of me and want to know more of where I came from, how I got in the industry, and people I've worked with. But more so, that is something that I want to make sure that I shed light on as well, because there's many women like me, especially in our industry, who go through it.
Okay. It looks like we have a question. So it says, how do you balance other people's stress when you get the anxiety yourself?
That's a great question. I'm really great at calming other people down. A lot of people commend me on being more so like a motivational speaker. I send daily affirmations, or I check on my friends, my tribe, my family. I make it imperative because I am a friend and a mother and a daughter, a sister, an aunt first before I am a businesswoman. And I make it imperative that I check in on the people in my life. And uplift them. I'm really great at words as a writer, and I always have the right things to say when someone is going through something. And I'm a Scorpio, so many people confide in me because we're very known for holding water. But yeah, it's so easy for me to calm someone else down. It's me who have to do my cookie breathing and woosah and get
Right.
myself back on track sometimes. But no, I'm really great at calming other people down.
Do you feel like at this point, I guess with the therapy and everything that you've gone through and being able to calm others down, do you feel like that's a benefit for yourself now more
Oh,
so, or do you
absolutely.
still feel like it's a little bit of a
Absolutely. It's so many mind redirection ways, and then I love music. I'm obsessed with nature.
yes,
Um,
you are.
Majority of my pictures is nature. Yeah, right. So anytime you see me in nature, oh yeah, yeah, that's Tammy rejuvenating. That's Tammy self care and Tammy getting her life together. you know, but
And
I'm
anybody
really
that has her on social media, you see that. I mean, your pictures are actually relaxing for me. I'm like, oh, she by water. Oh, she in the trees.
yep.
Oh, she at the, I'm like, girl, that bridge. I'm like, I just want to go stand on that bridge.
Yes, upstate New York just got tons of. We're known for our nature and our lakes, our scenery. It's winter here now. Fall and winter and summer is really the best for nature for sure. But yes, I'm obsessed, and that's a coping skill. I'm gonna get me right back on track, and then back to work I go.
I love that. I mean, and to be honest, I feel like even if people are not struggling with this type of thing, I feel like everybody struggles with it. You may not know or have it to a point where you feel like, okay, this is an issue like that, but at the same time, it's something that everybody needs to find a way to get balance on,
Yeah.
and becoming one with nature again, or actually just finding that inner peace. It's
Right.
absolutely perfect. And it looks like we have a video uh, of you by the water that we're going to share.
Really? Oh my gosh.
Get to see how
Oh my gosh.
it is. Oh my gosh. Now, listen, the first time I actually saw that, I was like, I'm about to call her and tell her I'm on my way. Do you guys? If that's not something to pull a piece, listen, I'm gonna be transparent and throw it out there. Our CEO of F2G is a water fanatic. She loves being by the water. I love being by the water. But just how she is and speaks on water, Listen, y'all two will probably be like the best of friends talking about water.
Oh, I love it. Yes, yes. Nature is
Yes.
everything. And sometimes it's cliche when people say, take the time to smell the roses, but it's so true. Nature is there for us to enjoy, to understand, to reflect, and be one with, for sure.
Oh, this is so true. Oh my goodness. Now I know it's and you've seen my questions a million times. So with so many people that of course are either tuned in through the radio, or they're tuned in on Facebook or YouTube, that are watching right now, for those people that literally just need to hear something, that advice on not only how to be truly able to cope with anxiety or depression, what advice could you give them, especially someone in a profession such as, public relations or entertainment, period, journalism, anything, just being a parent, because you're also a mom. So,
Absolutely.
what advice could you give someone as far as how to actually cope that can't just go out? That may be one of their issues. They can't go out.
First, remember it's okay to not be okay sometimes. Remember that we're human living in a human experience, and every human done felt every reaction that's listed in every emoji face. You laugh, cry, smile, been mad, impatient, joyful. We're supposed to feel every feeling. We're not robots. We're, like I said, we're human beings. So understand and take that time for yourself. If it's sitting in your car, if it's sitting in the bathroom in silence, if you need like 2 minutes away from the kids, just be one with yourself. If you're not good to yourself, you can't be good to anyone else. Pace yourself. It's okay to say no. It's okay to start over. It's okay to take breaks. Just never give up, because it's a part of your legacy. Whatever you love to do is your purpose that you're walking in. It's your triumph story, your destiny. Keep going. Don't give up.
Listen here. I hope everybody was listening to that. If you need to take notes, make sure you tune into this here replay, which will be on Friday at hold on, make sure I got the time right. Friday at 12 o'clock, and write it down again. Thank you. My engineer is thebomb.com. I'm gonna shout out
Yes,
to my
the
Ty.
goal.
Yes, he is the GOAT. But no, you guys, whoever needed to hear that, if you just need to record it on a tape recorder just to say, I need something to replay and think about, please listen to the rebroadcast, record it, replay it, and just allow it to be something that settles you. But Tammy, you are
So
amazing.
are you,
You
sis?
are so amazing. We are not going to end yet, but I have to make sure I let you know. I'm gonna probably tell you that a million times, including when we get on the phone later, that you're amazing. And I see how you're, just with this specifically, you're pushing and motivating. But I have to change that. It's not just this specifically. You push and you motivate and inspire so many people, and you don't even realize it, and that's just your humbleness in itself. The fact that you put so much of yourself out there, to the public, and you're so transparent, that's an inspiration and a motivation. And I want to let you know personally that is huge for me, because like I said, these are things I didn't personally know, and I literally can say, girl, you are amazing, and keep
I am
shining.
strong.
Definitely,
Thank you.
definitely want you to keep shining. I know we're about 5 minutes before closing out, but what else do you have coming up that people actually need to make sure they're keeping an eye out for? On top of
Yes.
that, I want to make sure that people know
Thank
how
you
to
for
stay in touch with
asking.
you. Hmm.
Thank you so much. Please follow me on Instagram or Twitter at Timmy Reese Media. As I said, I'm the publisher of Biz Boost Magazine. We're currently accepting submissions for our January and February issues. So reach out if you need your brand to be boosted. I'm glad to help.
Because I will be. I'm just saying. I will
Yes, sir.
definitely be reaching out. Listen, if nobody has had the opportunity to actually work with this woman, y'all need to get to blowing up her emails, hit them DMs, hit the DMs for business purposes only, please. But go
Thank
ahead,
you.
look, go ahead. No, seriously, like reach out because he is truly one that will get it together for you. Like, man, oh my
Yes,
gosh. I am
yes.
totally I am totally excited about, everything that is coming down the pipeline. Oh my goodness.
Thank you so
Now,
much. I understand the importance of needing media to boost brands, events, individuals, talent. So I'm definitely the one to reach out to, and I'm so glad to assist.
yes. Now, I know it was something else that I happened to see that you were partnering with or you're working with one of our amazing colleagues who's just did some things on that had the airing. Now, was that something that you were working on as well with Jakeem?
Oh wow! Yes, Jakeem, that's my brother. Shout out to Jakeem Smith of JP Agency. That is my
Now you know I wasn't gonna let this slide.
oh, I love him. I love him so dearly. Yes. I'm a senior publicist of his company, JP Agency. He's a
Stop it.
segment. Yes. So he's also a segment producer right now for VH1, the My Celebrity Wedding Show. And he actually connected me with the Viacom press team to work to run publicity for Tori Williams, who's the co-star. So he was the plug and connection for that. And I'm so grateful, so thankful. I love him so dearly. He brought a lot of clients to me over even the past year. Like revenue went sky high, grace of God, because Jakeem. Um, and you never know who God brings you into your life and for what reasons. But this authentic, genuine, godly man who's so connected within the industry, who's so humble, would treat anybody, no matter how much money you got, what your title is. He treats everyone so humbly, gracefully, and the same. And he truly took me under his wing and became not only a mentor and a colleague, but a true friend, my brother. And I'm just so grateful for him.
Listen,
I
Jakeem,
already know how I feel about him.
listen, that one right there. I have to go ahead and back that up because he is amazing. I think when I first came into the PR industry, what was it, like 2016, he and I met. And it was literally just one of those passing, at an event. And he was like, I seen your face before. And I was like, I didn't do anything.
Everybody.
So he was like, no, so you write for Sheen and you were working with Margaret Avery. I was like, I'll point of contact in Atlanta. Yeah, why? Like, so I mean, and he is so sweet with this, but he was like, yeah, we're gonna stay in touch because you now connected with me. And I'm like, okay. Like, dude.
So
So I'm
dope.
sitting
I'm
up here
so glad
and
y'all
I'm
know each other.
thinking,
I should have knew y'all knew each other.
I mean, yeah. I gotta admit, I actually started my PR journey in the entertainment arena. So, at that time I was working with artists, producers, authors, actors, and actresses. And that's how I kept my feet wet. Don't jump into entertainment getting your feet wet without actually being prepared. Baby, that one right there, I didn't think I was prepared. I thought I was about to die.
Seriously, with that, I love because I was not prepared to do like music PR and the entertainment side of things. It's a totally different beast. As for I can do it great with filmmakers, writers, media professionals, someone who may own an entertainment company, someone who owns a PR company, is an author. It's totally different than music PR. And I wasn't ready for that. So I cut that part out. Shout out to the publicists who do music because y'all the GOAT.
Y'all some
Oh my
goats.
gosh.
Y'all some true beasts. Like I ran away from literally the music aspect of entertainment to the point where, and I told you off camera, I told you then, I said, I am not doing nothing entertainment anymore. I cannot. But it was definitely the music part because that is a different world. That is, you are literally, and I have to speak for myself. You may be able to agree. as a publicist in the music entertainment aspect, you are literally on call 24/7 with them, especially depending on which area you're in. Rap and I look at rap and sports kind of like this, because I'm like, do you stop?
Yeah.
I need a break. Like, your brain is consistently having to stay 50 steps ahead. And yeah, so everybody who is in that arena, I salute you. I salute you. You know, you see how I say things when it's just interviewing. I'm like, who's the artist? Who's the client? Let me think. I gotta meditate on that for a little bit, because I just don't know how that's gonna go.
I work with writers, artists, drawers, graphic designers, photographers, publicists, media professionals, actors, filmmakers, but music artists. I love music. I just prefer not to
Be that person
for music, and that's okay. That's okay. Some people don't want to do sports. Some people don't want to do lifestyle. Some people, it's your preference and what your comfortability is and what you're an expert at.
I mean, and I get that completely. I think my biggest thing would definitely be just how long you need to really truly take to make sure your mind is ready for that.
Yes, I agree.
That's another thing. Now, out of everything, well, who is I guess one agency, person, production company, whatever, that you would still like to have the opportunity of working with?
Oh my gosh. I guess it remains to be seen. And I say that humbly, because a lot of things I've done already, and I say that solely humbly. So I guess it remains to be seen. I'm always available for people who want to collaborate, barter, network, and operate business. It's just more to come. Just stay tuned, y'all.
Listen, and I love that. Tammy, I want to thank you so much again for being my guest. I love you dearly. You are truly my sister on everything. Listen, you are amazing. So you guys definitely, please make sure you follow her, Tammy Reese Media, on Instagram and Twitter. Connect. Definitely connect. I would love to have you back.
Well, I would love to be back.
Yes, we are gonna put that together and make this happen.
Thank you. Fun.
And yes, I appreciate you.
The first interview of the year. Thank you.
Thank you for kicking off 2022 with me. I appreciate
you. Yes.
Okay, guys. I love you. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into Kasual Konvo. Please make sure that you tune in for our replay on Friday. That's this Friday at 12 p.m. That's Central Standard Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But there are so many more shows coming up on F2G Radio. Tomorrow, make sure you tune in for Get Lifted with Miss Amber J. That will be at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thursday is A Life in Focus with Apostle Daryl, which will be at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Friday, make sure you're here again. F2G Radio will be airing live. All these shows will be live this week. That will also be at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Saturday, we will be receiving all the blessing that we need with Rivers of Mashiach, which will be airing at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. I want to say thank you guys so much for staying tuned with us, asking questions, and welcoming my amazing guest, Miss Tammy Reese. Happy 2022. You guys are about to be blessed one more time with some amazing music. Stick to the plan with Jalen Ashan featuring Solomon Hendon. All right, guys. I see you guys next week. Bye.
Ask me how I do it. I just stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. Ask me how I do it, I just stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. Really, it ain't nothing to it, it just fit who I am. Fit who I am. Ask me how I do it, I just stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. Really, it this dream of mine. Yeah. I wanna say my name and light shine so bright that the stars don't have to come out in the nighttime. I'ma make it happen, buy my girl a gas, so we gon' get it crackin'. When you see me grinding, yeah, I'm grinding for you. When they see me shining, know it's all cause of you. When I win the Grammy, they gon' know I stay true. And when they ask me how I did it, I'll tell.
Stick to the plan, stick to the plan.
Ask me how I did it.
Stick to the plan, stick to the plan. Really, it ain't nothing to it. It's just fit who I am, fit who I am. Ask me how I do it. Stick to the plan, stick to the plan. Really, it ain't nothing to it, dog. I got love within me, guess it's homegrown. Used to watch ET, now I just phone home. Call my mama, told her that I'm grown now. She said you got old and started showing out. She remember Jay Sean as a youngin'. I don't flex for love, no, I don't stutter, no. Look, I do it for my sisters and my brothers. And I never been afraid to say I love you.